Hello everyone, this is Cookies, and do I even remember the password for this? Okay. It's it's been about, I think, 2.5 to 3 months since turn 99 rolled. The Xibalba player was having a bunch of real life stuff come up, and so we were looking for a sub, and couldn't find anyone willing to take on the position in a long-term format. However, we did all agree to run one more turn. I'm going to call the game for because it seems like they were in the best position, and they were still willing to play the game, unlike Xibalba. And I don't like calling games for players that are leaving. So, however, given that we've got one more turn, I do want to cast this turn. Let's see how everything ends. Hopefully we get a lot of big battles. Okay. Holy moly. All right, we got all the things. Let's see it. All right. So we got 2 messages. Oh buddy, it took way longer than 1 month. I think the last turn rolled in April, I want to say, and now it's July. But that 8 last turn so I could get the battlefield-wide drain. I thought about various plays to do versus I'm going to try Meteor Swarm combined with a morale play. Thanks for the cast. I enjoy your content a lot. Now, I will say, if he does storm Mekone and he wins and he somehow kills the army, then I'm willing to probably give it to Xibalba, because then there would be no way for anyone else to win. Can 100 Scorpions and 100 Aussies kill 100 Anzus? I have no clue. We will see. I have a feeling that 100 buffed Anzus will wipe the floor with this, but we'll see. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in. This is a fresh turn. It just rolled. I'm so excited. All right. We've got a bunch of Earth Gems. What is this Sabbath? The Stormcaller's been empowered. Everyone's throwing out everything. This is a guy that would normally never leave the lab. He's your, like, Storm Demon guy. Oh, let me close Discord. There we go. So he's your Storm Demon guy. And... or Ice Devils. Let's see. There's nothing here, though. What are you doing? Claws of Cocytus spam. Okay. Some Fire Blast. Some of the mages were out, but he actually wins this. Very cool. Okay. And let's see. So next up we have Trouble Bog. That might have been all magic phase, because this is Ghost Riders. Yeah, so that prior attack was all magic phase, like Hellride and stuff. This clears that. Then we've got attacking Blue Waters. We've got a little Twiceborn Bone Reader guy. Okay. Doing some Horde of Skeletons under the sea. And they win. In Winden, we've got attacking Mekone. So all the naps are out the window. So this is an attack that wouldn't happen if it weren't the last turn of the game. We do have a Terrafoil, auto spell False Fetters, really cool. Also provides Glamour Magic +1 and 4 temporary Glamour gems. So big Glamour caster. We've got some big death casters. This one's got gems. It might... this one also has gems. So is this like darkness and rigor mortis? Because this whole army just about is undead. Oh boy, it's a lot. A lot of white mages, vampires, the one fairy queen. And it's rolling into nothing. Okay. So yeah, that was 7 vampire lords, 11 white mages, 2 white shamans, and a fairy queen. And Karnag got a vampire lord raiding out in Uric Balcor. Let's see. Have a little Aussie and Draconian raiding stack that should clear. Somehow no one has actually run into each other yet. Let's see. Titan Steps, which is very on brand for this game. Here we have a Vampire Lord with some stuff. And a Garanti with some stuff. I mean, these ghouls might HP route this. I think Mekone might actually win this. We'll see, though. I mean, he does have Fire Shield. Depends how many ghouls he can kill before a bunch of... Oh, but it is advancing cast. Never mind. I was so wrong. What was that? That was Titan Step. So it does kill this Garanti. Loses 26 ghouls. In this, we've got Xibalba attacking Just like a little batch of Solus. Is it accompanied by anything? Who is your leader? What is going on? Okay, so it's a Solus. I just can't see it for some reason. So you're just hiding in the mushrooms. Oh, there he is, way back here. Okay, I'm just blind. Cool. Solus should win this. Okay. Where was that? That was Liss. Alright. Alright. So next up we've got Faircliff. Alright, we have a lifelong protection, Amulet of the Dead, Scout Raider. Can absolutely clear a little bit of PD. Okay. Then in Hipperbochi, we've got Xibalba attacking Berytos. Just a little death mage. Somehow we have... It's so on brand, but somehow we've managed to completely avoid combat. Alright. So far. In Lombaria, we got a Death 3 mage. Cool. Alright, in Swineland, we've got a couple... No, just one Death Mage. But it should be able to kill one PD. And then Spires of Ascension. Oh boy. Here we go. This is hopefully the first of many large battles. So we've got a gigantic army. We've got Masushu. We've got these Kusarikus. Let's see. We got Moose. Oh my goodness. So many regard of spear and hatchet variety. Even some scorpion beasts. On the Berytos side, a field of storm demons. Some Baratin elite soldiers, but honestly not that many. A ton of blood slaves. So many blood slaves. A bunch of draconians. We got the Queen of the City. I wonder... Oh, it's a Tolkien? Is this a hero that Berytos gets? I forget. Very cool, though. So let's take a look at the commander list. This is all blood. I'm not seeing a lot of other gems. Actually, let's sort it by owner. Yeah, we have some earth and death on this Sabbath. A bunch of death gems and a master's of Thame. So also plugged into the Sabbath. Some water gems on this Stormcaller. Just a Water 5 Stormcaller can just do stuff. Got a milk cart with some fire gems. Not plugged into the Sabbath, but can presumably do Sabbath Master. Some additional milk carts. We've got an air milk cart, an earth milk cart, an air milk cart with a shadow brand, and the Queen of the City with a ton of nature. So I think he's got most of the big paths. He's got a Spear on the Morgan on this NC with some water gems, a Moose with some nature. Now the downside of the Moose is the 5 MR. It does have a lot of hit points. Some water gems, earth, water, nature, more water, a bunch of glamour on this Fairy Queen. Fairy Queen's also known for their very low morale. Sorry, not MR, but morale. An into with some earth gems, also pretty low morale. A Queen of Thunder with a bunch of air gems. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Now we do have some mages back here, including some key mages, like in the very back, where attack rear might get them. Yeah. Doesn't have a lot of flyers, does have a few though. Some Griffin Riders. All right. Let's watch this. Crazy battle. Ah, that was great. Let's see all of the spells that got cast. Let's see. Oh, damage reversal. Oh, are we out? Okay, I might have to restart this one. Where was it? Was it? Okay, Spires of Ascension. All right, so the result, though, let's see, 2 cell maze die, 15 get away, though. So mage attrition was light for her, but troop attrition was very high. All 17 Masushu died, the Griffin Riders died, 40 Inky's Chosen died. On the Berytos side, 5 Beriton Priests out of 64, 1 Sage. And 250 Storm Demons. Crazy work. Berytos also blew through so many Blood Slaves. I do want to take a minute to look at what all got cast. Alright. Maybe I should go to... Maybe I can risk going to round 10. Alright. This might be a little bit better. Gosh, you still don't really get to see, do you? I wish I could arrow key through these. A lot of Sabbath slaves. Even this guy with the Bloodthorn? Dang. Even the Dwarven Hammer. No shits were given. Are all of the Beriton Priest slaves? How big is this Sabbath? Oh gosh. What is going on? What? Why? Okay. How big is the Sabbath? Alright, I need to find someone who would actually lead this thing. Okay. We have 63 Sabbath slaves. I'm sure some of them died. Holy moly. That is insanity. That's so many. Alright. Sorry. Let's see. What are you doing? Darkness, Steel Slice. Okay. Even off-script Infernal Prison. Are the sages the masters? Are they just doing tons of buffs? No, they're not even being masters. Right, they don't have the paths for it. What? Who is leading this thing? I'm so confused. Why so many? Alright. Was it kind of like about stacking buffs on them? I'm not sure. Alright, we have Demon Cleansing. Oh, not F1. Let's see. From this NC, Divine Blessing, Marble Army, Army of Shades, Mist of Deception. Were the Gudus doing anything big? They can with boosters. But I'm not sure if they will. Maybe I just need to skip around. Alright, we got the Hydra, Army Regen, Anti-Magic. Did you even get it off? Yeah. Oh, a bunch of quickening casters. Okay, well done. All right, so we've got Melkarts leading this thing. Flameflesh Army. Fog Warriors, Arrowfent. Fog Warriors. That needs to be Army of Mist, and I know you have the research. Ground Army, so that's a scripting error. Gaia's Blessing, which is the 9 that does all the resists. So that's from the Moose. We have Undead Mastery and Life After Death. What is going on? Featherweight Army, Army of Mist and Storm. Strength of Gaia, Army Region, Army of Giants, Awakened Blessing, Serpent's Blessing. No Gaia's Blessing, though. Let's see. Bunch of Salmays. Got a Stormcaller. Some Quickening. More Quickening. More Sabbath Mages? What is going on? Who's the Sabbath Master at this point? Another Fog Warriors. Very random. As opposed to Army of Mist. And then we have Army of Giants. Let's see. So who did all the Skelly spam then? Does that one mage... I am so confused. Because the Melkarts are leading this. Who are the Death Mages? Like, where did all the, like, Infinite Solace come from? So you're a white mage. You can't make Long Dead, though. Is it just this lady who makes all of it? That would be insane. I don't see any other death mages, though. Flameflesh Army. We got white mages. Arrowfen comes out. Ground Army. Fog Warriors, Fanaticism, Lightning Field. They've retreated, though. I don't even know what hurt them. Is this some sort of like linebacker Sabbath? It's what it feels like. But I'm honest to goodness not sure. Yeah, there's still Sabbath slaves. Alright. Who is making all the solace? Wait, I'm so confused. Also, it's soulless, which is kind of funny because they have 5 MR. They also can't see in the dark, so they're almost completely worthless. But illusions can't kill them. But Long Dead would still be better. It's kind of funny. I am so confused, though. Who... Let's see. Who is making all these soulless? Oh, Ray's dead. Right here. Oh, this Mound Fiend is plugged into the Sabbath. So there's like 2 death mages doing all of this? What buffs do these guys have? They've got some regen, some resist. They don't even have a protection buff. You've got protection buffs. Did they not get cast? Was that a protection buff? Nope. Man, I am so confused. Okay, this will have to be a part of my confusion. I'll probably need a comment from False God because I don't know what the plan here was. Why is the Sabbath so big? Is it just to do Undead Forever because they're like Death 9 or Death 10 and you have 2 of them? Just flood the field? Interesting. What are we doing over here? Just little like evocation spells. Okay. All right, so that's our first crazy battle. Spires of Ascension. Berytos takes this one. Then in Delka. Oh, another scout. Raiding some PD. This should work. In Promised Land. A little raiding group, killing 1 PD. In Rim Mountains. Oh boy. Here we go. Well, alright, not as bad. This is a full army, but it's a lot of storm demons, but it's not some giant Sabbath. It's mostly, well, Berytos does have a lot of air, fire, and water, and some astral gems. Has a few nature, a few more nature, and some earth. Berytos might whip out more magic here. Let's see it. Anti-magic. Oh, a big Wrathful Skies trap. Let's see it. Now the big piece of this is getting out, I think it was Army of Gold or something. But yeah, like it's a high protection with Ethereal for the Storm Demons. So they're a lot more protected than in the last battle. Wrathful Skies does go down, along with Storm. These guys have prop buffs. Looks like Marble Army. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, does Berytos give up first? Looks like it. What province is this again? Does it say? I know it's after Spires. Okay, gotta... Was it Rim Mountains? Okay. So attacked Berytos in 1. Does lose 5 mages. Kills 10 Baraton priests, 3 crystal sorks, the Stormcaller. My question is, did he have enough chakras on the air mages? I'm not... Which of these is doing the thing? Alright, he didn't have any chakras on them. Otherwise it would have worked. Unless they cast some themselves, we can see it post buffs. Alright, so here we've got Wrathful Skies and Storm. This guy does Storm, has no chakras. Thunderfend. But we undo the chakras with the Army of Gold. This guy does Wind Guide. This is the Wrathful Caster. Yeah, of course this wasn't going to work. You put no chakras on them. You didn't have them buff chakras. 5 is not enough, bud. Come on. But I appreciate the effort. It was fun to see. Let's see. It's a bunch of scouts. Strength of Gaia, Army Region. Probably double cast Army Region. Gaia's Blessing for all the resists. Marble Army. Okay, so that was probably a majority of the buffs in this. We can take a look. Yeah, so you do have anti-magic. You have the strength from Storm. Okay, so here's the other piece. He didn't do Bloodlust and or Rush of Strength, and he didn't do Army of Giants. If he had done that with the Storm, then the Storm demons might have been able to kill everything because they would have had plus 10 to their strength. And at that point, the lightning is going crazy hard. Yeah, this is just -2 from strength. So this would have been, instead of +3, it would have been +10. So it would have been like 22. So this would have been hitting for 20. And that'll punch through resist like crazy. So didn't quite put great buffs on them. At least did the protection buff though. So they were up at 18 prot. Let's see. So ends up taking that. Now, if I go back and look at Spires of Ascension, I'm curious if he... Because I think it was that puts up Storm for him in this battle, which strengthens the Storm Demons because they have Storm Power 3. Okay, so Storm is up from the Queen of Thunder. We get Army of Giants, but we're missing Rush of Strength because we have 60 Blood Slaves and not enough Masters to cast all the buffs. Oh no. Alright. What was this supposed to be? Like, was this supposed to be like a Hell Power bomb? Because that would have been hilarious. But I'm just not sure. I'm not sure why that had 60 plus slaves. Let's see. So, Rim Mountain. Next up is Spring Bay. Just a little raid against 1 PD. Dunheim. We've got attacking. Another scout going after 1 PD. And Cloud Breakers. A little scout. A lot of these little scouts they got around. Okay. In Niffle, we do get a Mekone attack. Somehow finds 1 PD. Oh, I guess there was a white mage. But Mekone won anyways. And then we have a scout roll in. This is probably too much for this scout, maybe? As long as they're on advance and cast. But the imps can't really kill these guys, and around round 40, the imps... It's part of the LLP nerf. The imps stop showing up as much. So it kind of depends on if they're able to kill these for protection Garantes. And they do have fire resist, so they can punch through the fire shield. Okay. They sniped the other one. Alright, Scout takes it. In Farron Mountains. What is it? Like a little buffalo raid with some skeletons and a handful of acorns. Oh, you get a retinue of a buffalo. Oh, that's so funny. And they're both twice born. Gosh, these little raids that has been putting together all game are so creative. Now these buffaloes are great because they berserk. Okay. Then in the royal green, okay, we've got a giant sorcerer. This one's a thug. And we've got one Aussie who's probably going to route the PD. Okay. And then Silver Wall. Got a Water to Ishib. Somehow, none of these raids are finding each other. No one put out counter raiders, I guess. They just put out raids. We have another one of these bone readers. Okay. Where was that? Silver Wall? No. Vician. I think it was Vician. All right, in Druidland. All right, we have a whole group of Aussies. 34 Aussies. In Assad, we have another batch of Aussies. That barely won because the mage got sniped. I kind of want to see this. The squad just leaves. Okay, Draconian snipes the mage, but they had already won. That's close. Alright, so that was Assad. Then in Indron, we've got a Wraithlord with a bunch of Scorpions. Oh, but we have actual counter raiders. Alright, we have a couple of mages. We have some Pegasus Riders, which are sacred. We're doing some body ethereal. Let's see how it goes. So they reset the Wraithlord, and there goes the leadership. The Lizards are out, but Pegasus Riders have won this. Okay. Where was that? That was in Indron? So loses 7 Scorpion Beasts. The Wraithlord gets sent home. Kills 2 Pegasus Riders and 8 Lizard Warriors. Okay. In Troll Canyons, what do we got? We got the Grey Enchantress. Doing some group luck on a bunch of cave kobolds who have enchanted pickaxes. They kind of hit like a truck. They should be able to kill all this PD. What's their protection? 9? Okay. Okay. So that's in Troll Canyons. 5 cave kobolds go down. World's Teeth Mountains. Got Mekone attacking Xibalba. Oh boy. Finds the whole army. I really want this army to go into the fort and just storm. Okay, so we have a few of these guys. Tough Skin. This is on that throne. Alright, and that guy joins the Xibalba team. I am a little bit curious. Where was that? That was World's Teeth. So this is the Sally. What items is he handing off? I mean, that's pretty innocuous. Okay. I was kind of wondering if it was like a bunch of like cursed items or gear that would make mages go berserk, like flesh eaters, right before the big fight. But better see Xibalba storm this. Green marshes. We've got a death mage. Oh, where the hell are we? Here. Oh, they get sniped by the Draconian. In Furia, we have a white hag. Gonna thug it out against 1 PD. In Ledia, oh man, we've got so many battles. Alright, we have a bunch of Solus and Kidu. They're gonna raid through this PD. Alright. I think that was Ledia. In Blightlands, let's see. Got another scout raid. This is a lot of PD. So let's see if this guy succeeds here. Or are they running? They lose their commander. One of them retreated. I guess it was a squatter out. Okay. So that's Blightlands. Attacked by Mekone, but was defeated. We just saw him succeed. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, he retreated. I guess he got hit by a few more short bows. Okay. So that was right. I just cut it off too soon. All right, in good water, we've got maybe a couple of water alleys. Just in time. All right. In Feral Woods. Another one of these scouts. This should succeed as well. He's just been mass producing these guys. All right. In the Weald. Oh boy. It's a budget defense. This just gets rolled. Oh, we've got Anzu here. We've got Griffin Riders. We've got mages. We've got an Epkalu here, for instance. Let's take a look at all these mages. All right, into Fairy Queen, favored of the Enki. So a hero, an immortal hero with nature. We've got a great boar, a hydra, a couple of Ishib, a swamp drake. Gotta be careful with this guy. It does have better MR, but can poison or like drake gas your stuff. This you also have to be careful because there's a poison cloud. This you have to be careful from the chill aura. Yeah, and the swamp drake's like right in the middle of the formation. The Hydra's back here with some bodyguards that he'll happily poison. Let's see. So this is the Wield. Loses a couple of guards. Yeah, one of them probably due to poison. Okay. Next up is Llama. So many battles. Whole bunch of Draconians. All right. In Bonelands, we've got an Enkidu Scout. He'll take care of that. In Ripe Woods, we've got a little elite soldier raid. Gonna kill one PD. In Silverham, we've got a Vampire Lord. And this is a fair amount of stuff. He might... Invulnerability in Soul Vortex will take you a long way. Actually, you don't need Invulnerability on Vampire Lords because they already have it built in. But yeah, Soul Vortex will take you a long way. It's up to 34 HP. All right. Let's see. Where was this? Was it? I already looked at that. Wait, I'm not there yet. Okay. Silverham. That's where this was. So now we're in Eagle Reach Mountains. We've got a Nature 4, a Beetle. Somehow, this thing retained its magic with 1 HP. And is doing Creeping Doom. And wins the province. The province is now ruled by a beetle. Where was that? That was Eagle Reach. And all right, now we have the bump in Almond. So first, in comes Mekone, where we've got, if I could click on him, an Elder Cyclops with an enchanted spear. But a fair amount of Xibalba stuff. We've got a Demon Knight here. We've got Shade Beasts. We've got a pack of Sacreds. That's going to be particularly nasty. Getting blessed by a Holy too. Phoenix Pyre is good. Can he get maybe like a fire shield? Earth Power, I guess. 21 prot. Earth Power, I guess, for the Reinvig. Okay, so up to Reinvig 7. Now up to 28 protection. Okay. Let's see how this thug does. What's his MR for the Blood Vengeance? 18. Okay. 14 morale. The Blood Vengeance checks might make him want to route, too. Can these guys even hurt him? I don't even think he's failed an MR check for Blood Vengeance yet. Oh, these guys aren't blessed. They had a holy too, but he didn't bless them. Oh. Oh no. Alright. Well, now they're blessed. And it's a big difference. They get Undying, they get a little bit of MR. Biggest thing is Blood Vengeance, Righteous Wrath, larger. So they get a bunch of stats. This guy's now blind with a limp, with 2 attack. 15 morale, he's routed. 50 HP. Just killed the Sacred with that. We got a blind bat throwing out evocations. What's your precision, buddy? 7? Oh man. And that's with +3 on the bless. You do have to kill this guy eventually, right? Yeah, he's down to 5 HP. Question is, how many more friendly fire kills on the Sacreds can we get in? Ooh, big Phoenix Pyre hit. Now, he is routed, but now he's back up to 67 HP. Still has a lot of reinvigoration. Now, Phoenix Pyre will go away at round 100. Is that 66 fatigue? What killed him so fast? I'm kind of curious. He's getting hit by a lot of disintegrates. Maybe he failed one of those. Yeah, disintegrate. Okay. So that's why he died so fast. Alright, yeah, and Twilight hits, Phoenix Pyre goes away. So Xibalba hangs on. So that's the initial fight. Kills the Elder Cyclops, loses the Demon Knight and 11 Sacreds. But then there's a follow-up attack in Alman where rolls in. And he's got a vampire. I think the Sacred should take care of this. As long as they actually contact him. Yeah. If they got caught up on Skelly spam, it could be different. Alright, in any Umrul, we got another scout clearing a province. In Lost Canyon Range, we got Berytos attacking We got a group of elite soldiers. In Windsong Forest, Xibalba attacking Mekone. Little pack of sacreds. Alright. I don't know if there's supposed to be someone else there, or if he was just having fun and throwing them out there. I think he was just having fun. Let's see. That was Windsong Forest. In 1, we've got Berytos attacking Xibalba. Not much here. Wait, no, that's here. Okay. In Hinnom, we've got Xibalba attacking What is just like random bullshit? Okay. Yeah, it's just one PD. Okay. In Tiffian C, we've got attacking Mekone. Alright. Got some water gems. In Plothai, we've got attacking Xibalba. Just a bunch of thralls. Okay. And then in Tenvir, we've got Xibalba attacking Berytos. Another little batch of sacreds. In Listless Lands, we've got attacking Mekone. Okay. This is a lot of PD, though. Surely this is too much. Big barbarian horde. We finally get to see one of these scouts die. Okay. That's a lot of PD. 102 barbarians. Okay. In Turtle Glades, we've got Berytos attacking Xibalba, killing 1 PD. In the Mercs, Camazot's raid. Let's see, in Midland, another little Xibalba raid with a little batch of sacreds. All right, Griffin Rock. We've got, okay, some griffins. All right, so griffins take over Griffin Rock. All is right in the world. We got some draconians. This is a fair amount of stuff for draconians to kill, but they should be able to. It's getting close. All right. That was Pergamy. 5 draconians die. In Fever Fens, got attacking Berytos with a vampire. Oh, but we got a bride in waiting here. What are you doing? Lesser earth elementals? Okay. You gonna do some advancing cast? Maybe an earth power advancing cast? I'm just gonna be passed out from that baby earth Ellie. 147 fatigue. because you've got an Armor of Knights on. Alright. And maybe you're old? Nope. Why is your spell casting? Oh, because you're in a swamp. So it's up to 7, and then I think there's just like a base +3 for spells. Oh, damn. Actually did it. Hot damn. I was doubting. I was doubting so hard. Okay. Let's see. Where was that? Was that the Mercs? No. That was... No, we were after Griffin Rock. That was like Fever Fens. Okay. In Avoca, got another little batch of Sacreds. They should be able to clear that out. Yeah. In Shepherd's Haven, got a bunch of Soulless, killing 1 PD. In Wachi, or Wasi, got another Scout. He has been printing these Scouts. Another successful raid versus PD. In Nightmarsh, got a fairly large contingent of Aussies. 48 Aussies and several mages in the halls. We've got attacking Xibalba. Got some ghosts. Okay. Loses an Urguard but clears out the PD. In Gifa, we're almost to the sieges. Alright, so in Gifa, and that's where I'm hoping some more of the big battles are. We've got another one of these scouts. This might barely be doable if he gets lucky. They gotta start getting some kills soon, though. Alright, this is looking less likely now. The barbarian PD dumps are doing wonders for killing these scouts. Alright. Where was that? That was Gifa. In Grey Mercs. Got a bunch of Draconians. Gonna knock that out. In Pania, got Xibalba attacking Berytos. In Sinextro, we've got a fairly large army. Just killing PD, I guess. There's an Earth, a Water, and a Nature Mage. So somewhat minimal buffs. Maybe like a big protection spell, some quickening, and what was the other one? Maybe like an army regen or something. Okay. In Oaklands, we've got another attack. Another scout. In Resting Heights. Okay, here we go. Big army fight. So we've got versus Mekone this time. Going after a big Mekone army. Ooh, a lot of Anzu. Let's see. So if I do this, got this Gudu, bunch of temporary Earth Gems. So maybe a couple of big buffs from him. We got a Gudu with an Earth Gem, Earth 3. Some Nature Gems on this Lioness. What is this like? Strength of Gaia into something. Could be like an Army of Giants or Army Regen. This could be like a relief, Serpent's Blessing, something like that, or could also be like an army of something. Nature 3 Salamander, this might be Hal. Some pearls on this Lizard Shaman. Will probably be in a communion. Water to a ship, maybe doing quickening. Bunch of air gems, Army of Mist, presumably. Nature 3 Giant Rat. Doing I don't know what. A Nature 4 Serpent. Okay, so a lot of big nature buffs. Plenty to do, like Relieve, Serpent's Blessing, Army of Giants, Army Regen, Gaia's Blessing, because now you can do all the fins and whatnot with just nature. And then maybe we've got some quickening and Army of Mist and maybe like an anti-magic. And that's what you need for a late game army. On the Mekone side, we got fire, we got earth, got a huge glamour mage, a water kobold boosted up to glamour 4. This gives +2. And then we've got a spell range. So I wonder what he's planning to do with that. We've got a big Locos Thug. The Hell Sword, partial life drain. The regen comes from the armor. And it flies. We have some Halberd Thugs. And some more Earth Gems. It seems to me like is bringing a lot more big buffs, but we'll see how it goes. I'm anticipating to win, especially with all these Anzu. Ooh, Awakened Forest. There's just not much forest to awaken, so it's actually kind of weak on this thing. And then we got Army of Rats, a big one. Okay. These guys have magic attacks, by the way, that do Halt Demon. The Anzu are on attack closest. So they just breathed all over the Mage Ball. And then we've got Firestorm going up from Mekone. I mean, that's one way to try and win it, is make the Anzu delete the enemy army. And these Anzu are just deleting everything. Really quick, I want to do a buff check. So we've got... Is this just Marble Army? No. It's something else. It's probably... Right, because it's Natty Prot 15, but they still have Cold Res. We do have an anti-magic. Yeah, we've got Army of Giants. And I don't think Rush of Strength, but maybe Rush of Strength could just be like Giant Strength Warriors. Oh, no. There's a level 9 that gives +4 strength to the army and also adds protection. That's what he cast. And then we've got Featherweight Army. And then Gaia's Blessing. Army Regen, they're enlarged. Okay. Then we have Army of Rats. So we have size 2 Hoplites, which is hilarious to me. Or this size 5 Crypties. It looks like it hit really hard. A lot of this stuff is looking tiny. They do not like being shrunk. Let's see. General route across the field. Kind of want to see. So he's got the shock malice. No MR, so he didn't do that one. Didn't do the strength one. This might just be, was it like Army of Bronze or something? That bumps them up. Because they do have the shock malice. They don't have a cold malice. They're all blurred. He's got the skirmisher tag. Interesting. No MR buff here. Okay. Jeez. Gosh, the ants are just deleting everything. Friend, foe, it doesn't matter. Good grief. Okay, let's see. So that's not Sinextro. I think it was Oakland? No, Resting Heights. Doesn't actually cell phone any mages, which is shocking to me. Wait, had hoplites too? 176 hoplites? Well, I guess he loses 33 of those, 25 Urgard, 10 of these guys. Anzus get 242 kills. Archon's got 104, probably from Firestorm. But yeah, otherwise the army kind of struggled a bit. Just had a lot more buffs. They've got, I mean, their position is just also a lot stronger. They're able to bring more resources to bear. And Mekone's best army is in World's Teeth, which I'm hoping we'll see soon. All right, next up, we've got Forest of Gila. Vampire should be able to win that. Okay. All right. We're an hour 25 into this. And we've got 2 big sieges here. So let me get some water and then I'll cover this. All right, here we go. We've got the fortress at Sleepy Mountains. Is storming. So I think he's magic phased in some of this. We've got the golem. All right, no more rings of returning. We are fighting this out. Spear of the Morrigan, Black Steel Sword, Bunch of Pearls, Astral 4. Oh boy. We got Earth Gems, Fire Gems, Death Gems. Crystal Heart. Oh, okay, so you did set up the separate communion. I was starting to get a little bit worried. Let's see. And then we got an Axe of Hate Thug. We have a Gloves of the Gladiator. Mage. Not even a thug. This one's got a GSS. We got No Forever War the Crone. So the Pretenders showed up. It's going to attempt to do some big buffs. Got big air gems. We have a Staff of Storms. Staff of Storms is not going to stop these Anzu, though. They do have Stormflight. Stormflight's also in the Xibalba Bless. Staff of Storms just kind of not doing a whole lot. Unless there's other flyers like Draconians in this army. On the side, we've got a Crucible of Stone, Bloodstone kit again. We got Glamour, the big Astral Caster. We got Air and Fire. Oh, the Great Camazotz is here too. Okay, No Forever War, the Crone then is... Okay, so that's Mage. This is Xibalba's. I should have sorted by team. We have a Great Eagle with Nature. A lot of Nature gems. Oh boy. Including on Xibalba's side. Actually, all these are on Xibalba's side. And then a bunch of air gems, including a Gate Cleaver on this Queen of Air. And then a Death 5 Vampire Lord. No Death gems on it, though. Alright. I mean, all these Anzu, they do have Stormflight. So they are gonna potentially hop in the back. We'll have to see what happens. The only thing being prevented by Storm, I guess, is the Fairy Queen. If it wants to fly to the back, this one Great Eagle, if it decides to. And his own bats. So, poor Staff of Storms. It does keep these bats in place, which could be good. But we'll see how it goes. So I just want to point out something. These Anzu do armor-piercing breath attacks. And with demon cleansing, now these scorpions are not demons. But against stuff like Aussies, they're going to do double damage. We also have Fields of the Dead, Meteor Shower going up. And Meteor Shower, as soon as it hits his own Blood Vengeance Mage, it's going to pop it. So he's going to get like one round of meteors. It's not going to be a ton of meteors. This guy's going to die very fast. And we've got Wailing Winds. Meteor Shower is also going to land on his own mages. Let's see some of the buffs really quick while I've got it paused before all the shit starts flying. So here's the Bless. We've got a few buffs. We have Twist Fate. So Will of the Fate's very important here for what's about to go down. Ideally would also have Army of Mist. And then what else? It's funny that they even get Stormflight. So if he ever did Soaring Army, we'd have Flying Sacred Scorpions in a storm, which would be hilarious. Anti-magic. Army of Giants. Not a ton of stuff. Let's see, did we get a protection spell? I don't think so. On the flip side, ooh, we do have Army of Mist. We do have Lucky, so this is going to be a good pairing against Meteor Shower. Featherweight Army. Do have a fair number of resists. Army Regen. Anti-magic. A big protection buff. Looks like a 9 that does a Shock Malice. So maybe like an Army of Bronze or something. To get a strength buff out there, maybe Rush of Strength. Or maybe that was the 9 that does +4 strength. And Shock Malice, that's probably what it was actually. We can probably figure out who cast it. just to figure out which 9 it was. Army of Bronze. There we go. Okay. Yeah, tons of mages immediately died, so a ton of big buffs didn't really go off. Meteor Shower stayed up longer than I thought it would. Alright, they kill the golem. The scorpions retreat. The thing about Anzu is even though they're doing all these breath attacks, they have really good MR. So between that and regen, just not many of them dying. Alright. So takes it. Let's see. So loses a white shaman, 22 of the 75 Anzus who just do all the work. So Misushu's got some kills too, I guess. And ends up wiping this army. Just for everyone who wanted to see it again, this is the Mage Ball. Now, I think what Xibalba needed was he needed like little packs, like more packs of Aussies, but further away. Like out in the corners on maybe like hold and attack closest. Yeah, he doesn't really have disciplined troops. What you honestly, what you probably kind of want is maybe stick some sacrificial mages out here. Because what you need is stuff that will stay still so that the Anzus attack it so you get another round or two. So like some mages with maybe some of these scorpions on bodyguard. So we have demonic cleansing. I just want to show what this does to Aussies. Alright, so like this Aussie here. So this is just the water breath. This is actually the weaker of the two breaths, depending on whether or not fire resistance is taken into account. So it did 22 points of damage. You can see they can choose, so they can do the water breath or the flaming breath. Flaming breath does a lot more damage, but the water breath also does a small area stun. So if we look through here, like this guy is stunned. He can't cast. This guy is stunned. This guy's casting Army of Giants. This guy is stunned. This guy is stunned. So everything is just stunned. Nothing's doing anything. The true power of the Anzu. So for the briefest moment, you have Blood Rain, Darkness, Wailing Winds, Meteor Shower, and I guess Storm from the Storm Staff. Yeah, and this whole little mage corps gets gutted. The Aussies just don't stand a chance because they're They're having double damage dealt against them. So like this guy took 22 from a water breath and 24 from some talons. It looks like that got bumped up to 35. Or no, it was 35 and then it got reduced to 24 because, it was like maximum hit for like an arm or a leg or something. So yeah, just crazy, crazy damage. All right, and now what I'm hoping will be the main course. So we know Xibalba would not have won this turn now, but World's Teeth, this is the question I want answered. If he had stormed maybe 2 turns ago, would he have won the game before his throne was cracked? If he loses this battle, then it's okay. He would have lost the battle. If he wins this battle, and granted there was some fighting over the couple of turns. Mekone sallied a couple of times, Jim baited. But would if Xibalba wins this over Mekone, I mean, Mekone's got some monster mages in here. Do not get this mistaken. This is a very dangerous Mekone army. But if Xibalba wins this, then I think he should have stormed 2 turns ago, because he would have won the game. If Mekone wins this, then he was right to be cautious. So that is the question that this is why I was wanting everyone to play one more turn, is I wanted to have this question answered. And it's kind of hard to say that as the caster. It's like, I really want this final showdown, but I think these 2 players at least do. So yeah, look at the Mekone kit. We got Robes of the Magi, Staffs of Elemental Mastery, Rings of Sorcery, Storm Armors, Banners, more Robes of the Magi. I think there's 3 of them. We have a Ring of Wizardry as well. We've got the Dimensional Rod. So this guy's coming in at Astral 7. So we are going to have Master and Slave. We're probably going to have Undead Mastery. This is all the stuff that was giving Xibalba pause. But, I mean, Xibalba's got a lot of their own mages here as well. A lot of their own gems. So this is what I'm going to call the final showdown. We've got Vafra Plains, we've got Aethergate. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I don't see Storm up, so I'm going to presume a lot of this stuff flies in. I know there's some Draconians. But I think initially I'm going to start with a view about here, and we'll see how it goes. Wait, I missed. No, he's got Stormflight anyways. It doesn't matter. All right. Let's see it. Holy shit. Storm, Aethergate, Vapor Flames, Light of the Northern Stars, Solar Brilliance, Heat from Hell, Grip of Winter, and Darkness. Does he still have a Holy 3 here? Or I wonder if maybe like a Prophet or something. Fucking hell, would he have won this? Uh, I wonder if he could have made like Rings of the False Prophet at some point. Hot damn, he won the battle. Holy shit. It's possible he could have won the game. Uh, Now this is assuming that he didn't unlock some new piece of tech over the last 2 turns. Okay, I don't get to know what that guy cast. It's too late in the battle. I hate how their fucking logs just go away. Okay, but let's see it. This is 3, own a key. Honestly, did not. I would have thought he would have burned out the Sabbath, lost a shit ton of mages, especially with Growing Fury. Loses 350 Aussies, 108 Jaguars. The Jaguars breaking through the gate was actually kind of like the wave he needed to win that. Before it was all very scattered. 70 Sun Guides go down. Loses 871 to kill 516. But it does get the W. I want to see some of the spells that were cast. Alright. Maybe we just look at the units rather than go through all the mages. It's a lot of mages. Alright, so we got Rigor Mortis out. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these troops. So we've got Army of Giants. Whichever protection spell this is, it does add the Shock Malice. Maybe it's the MR one? I think it's MR Strength or more protection. I kind of don't remember. Yeah, Army Region, Will of the Fates. Will of the Fates. We've got Lucky. Maybe from the artifact? Army of Mist. At least some form of anti-magic, some form of protection buff. On good commanders. Enlarged. But not the +4 strength buff. Okay. And what does like a basic Aussie have? It's got the Bless. It's got Regen. Pierce resistance. Interesting. So maybe he did... Oh, it's that death spell that gives the army pierce resistance. But it can also disease and cause afflictions. We have what looks like some resists. We've got Blur, Growing Fury, Will of the Fates. Is that from the Bless, the larger? Yeah, it's from the Bless. Enchanted Blood from the Bless, Righteous Wrath. We've got an MR bonus. We have a protection bonus. No Cold Res, so probably Marble Army. I'm not sure if Xibalba ever got into a lot of 9s, like everyone else. We do have like a Rush of Strength or something. Then Righteous Wrath, and then Enlarged. These guys hit like trucks now. A lot of strength. Okay. Wonder if I can find one that's like bloodlusted with righteous wrath. A lot of them are just kind of fucking dead. The weird clanking noise was these iron dragons. Ooh, even some summer lions in here. Holy moly, what a battle. That was like 60 or 70 rounds of just intense fighting back here. Just everyone scattered around. It was like a Hollywood movie. Like no formations or anything. Everyone's just fighting in the courtyard. Crazy battle. We got thugs and super combatants everywhere. Like this guy's got a heart of quickness. These Oniki mages went berserk and flew in. That's why they died. Got this golem here with a. It's got 9 attack, but if it ever hits, it's going to hit for 57. We've got Cone of Flames from Iron Griffins. The big mages right here in this square. Staff of Storms, Elder Cyclops with an LP. Horn of Storms. Holy moly. Crazy battle. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. And that does make me think, unless there was some key piece attack that Xibalba was waiting for, it tells me that Xibalba could have won the game, because it was before Sleepy Mountains would have been cracked. He could have taken World's Teeth, and he'd be claiming it before would have a chance to storm. And I think there was a window where if he had stormed maybe the first turn he walked onto World's Teeth, and maybe even the turn after that, but I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure the first turn he could have just stormed immediately, assuming he had all this stuff here. And that may have been enough to win the game, just outright. But I think there was a lot of hesitation. He wasn't sure if he would win. And with that hesitation came the window for to come take Sleepy Mountains off of him. And at this point, I'm not sure. Like, this is why I want to call the winner, because I don't think there's anything that can stop these armies of Anzu. They just delete everything. They delete demons. They delete armies, scorpions, blood vengeance. Doesn't matter. Anzus kill it. Giants. Like, these armies are ridiculous. He's over here on Winden. He's got Winden cracked. He's got Resting Heights cracked. We did see a bounce here on Spires of Ascension, but notably, this is the only army that did not have a pack of giant fucking Anzu in it. Otherwise, I have a feeling that would have won this battle too. Like, even with 30 or 40 Anzu, he might have won, because they may have just deleted all the Storm Demons. Oh, we have an assassination? No, that's just a little one. All right. Oh, that's the other thing to check. Did we get any assassinations? None on World's Teeth. I think players were purposefully not doing like disease demon spam and whatnot this turn. Crazy battle. All right. Well, that answered a lot of questions for me, potentially. I'll have to see what the players think about it too. In terms of graphs, we like almost doubled their provinces. Seems like largely at Mekone's expense. Xibalba's actually up slightly. Berytos is down slightly. We've got forts trending up. Gem income going up. Here's the research graph. Dominion still up for army size. A big drop for yeah, especially from the Berytos battle. But yeah, they all committed stuff. It was a really cool turn. I'm glad everyone took the time to script all of that. And then Ascension points, we see Xibalba losing a throne and Mekone losing a throne. Very cool. And yeah, excellent game. I'm glad we got together, did one more turn 100. It's a shame that we weren't able to find a sub for Xibalba. That was willing to play. I mean, in many ways, this is kind of like an impossible position. It's hard to ask a sub to step into this because you don't have the window. Like this was already cracked when we decided to look for the sub. So there wasn't a window that made it easy to try and save Sleepy Mountains anymore. I do wonder if, because what's the age on Anzu? I do wonder if like the best way, like I know they've got really good MR, but you might like maybe the only way to kill all this stuff is just a swarm of Wind of Death hits. Just Wind of Death after Wind of Death and just try to age them off the battlefield. And that would probably work for a lot of the rest of this army as well. These guys have 11 MR. They're starving too. So I think that's the only way to kill the Anzu out of this stack. And Xibalba can do that. There wasn't any time for a sub to step in, maybe think of solutions like that for wiping out stacks of Anzu. It does seem like these stacks are somewhat unstoppable at this point. So maybe the players haven't considered, like repeat Wind of Death casts from within an army where you just sacrifice an army to kill a bunch of Anzu. But I think it would work. But yeah, there's not many ways to kill these Anzu. That is for sure. What an incredible unit. And you just see like all the craziness over the battlefield. Like Berytos went deep into this region. Lots of raids. Xibalba all around Marverni. Berytos and Xibalba traded some raids around Hinnom. Did tons of these scout raids around Winden and got Winden cracked. There's even armies around it, like supporting armies. Resting Heights is cracked. So I think Mekone is maybe just a couple of turns from being dead with this offensive. Yeah, everything's different because I'm not sure if would have even launched the attack. This was all last turn stuff, but but if we were to just take it at its face, like Mekone's looking pretty dead. Berytos still has some stuff, but they're getting hammered. This would largely be a duel between Xibalba and And at the moment, is looking pretty unstoppable. You need 6 thrones. They've got 2. They just took a third. And they've got 1 cracked, 2 cracked. And they almost had a third cracked. They just probably needed a stack of Anzu to go after Berytos, because that was a lot of Storm Demons. And Spires of... No, they've already... It's their throne in Nilmeria, so there's no throne here. So then, where would they have gotten the third throne? They could make a push towards Dragon Scale or Copper Canyons. But I'm not... Yeah, probably needed to be Dragon Scale. Yeah, probably Dragon Scale is what they would go for next. Yeah. I mean, this has 19 Anzu. It seems like this was set on maybe marching over here. So, great game. Glad everyone could make it. Feels bad that we ran out of time, but this was a phenomenal turn. I'm glad I got to cast this game. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, and really quick, here is the global list. So we even got to see Gigantomachia from Mekone, which is really cool. So, all right. With that, have a good one. Bye.